Today we're going to talk about how to make your cardboard templates. You will need a couple of things. You'll need obviously your cardboard box. You'll need your sketches, including your final sketch. You'll need scissors, and you will need a ruler. First thing we're going to do is very carefully disassemble our box, keeping in mind that we don't want to just rip it because we want to preserve all of the large sides of cardboard and the box as neatly as possible. So I've already gone ahead and I've gently undone the bottom of the box, just like I would be if I was opening it. And then I'm looking for the seam where the box comes together, and I'm going to gently rip it open. If it doesn't seem to be ripping, or if it starts tearing the cardboard itself, one of the things you can do is you can use your scissors and just cut along this seam. So I'm just going to open the box right here. All right, and now we have our cardboard. I like to often draw on this inside just because it's obviously plain and very easy to see. So my final drawing that I selected measures at the outermost edge, which is what we want to pay attention to, the outermost edge, 5 inches by 5 inches. So you'll want to pay attention to the size of your sketch since your template will need to be the same outside dimensions. And we also want to think about how we're using our cardboard carefully. I want to try to fit, if possible, 2 patterns this way so I can get all 4 of my patterns out of the same box. And I think it'll be sort of just barely possible. It might go onto this little tab a little bit, and that's okay with me. So I know that would be 10 inches then. So I'm going to go ahead and make a 10-inch line since that's 2 boxes and I'm fitting them perfectly right there next to each other. I'm going to make a line right here. That's 5 inches. We do need a template for each side of our box as well as the bottom. So I'm going to start with the sides first since they're what we'll be working on before we work on the bottom of their box. If you don't have enough cardboard for the bottom at this point, you can always create that one a little bit later. But we especially need all 4 of our side templates to start with. And they should all be the same size. So if your side is 5 inches square, you'll make 5 boxes that are all 5 inches square. If yours is maybe 4 inches by 5 inches, you'd make 4 rectangles that are 4 inches by 5 inches. All right, so I've got 2. Then I can go in and I'm going to create my other 2 down here on this part of the box. Again, I want to be mindful that I can fit my whole cardboard piece. This is a mini size cereal box. If you have a family size cereal box, that might be easier to fit all of your pieces onto. So I'm measuring first and then tracing. We want to make sure we get our dimensions accurate. So I've got my outside perimeter and there's my middle line. And I just put it right next to each other simply because I have a really small box and I didn't want to waste space. If you make all 4 pieces separate, that's fine as well. They don't have to be touching like mine were. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, which is good. I have 4 edges to my box. And then I'm going to use my scissors to cut out these as neatly as possible. We really, really, really want to be nice and neat because craftsmanship counts in projects like this. So I'm trying to stay very careful with my scissors. I'm going slowly so I can maintain control. I'm not just cutting without watching what I'm doing. It's very important that we're being careful and doing our best work. All right, so any scraps I have, I can get rid of so my workstation doesn't get cluttered up. And I would cut out all of these templates, just like I am doing right now with this first one. When I get to this line in the middle here, since it's touching both of my templates, I'll want to be extra careful with it. Thinking about where I'm holding my scissors to really ergonomically cut well with my hand position I'm right-handed, so you can think about that as well if you're someone who's right-handed versus left-handed. So I've got my first one cut out. I now have all 4 templates, 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you stack them, they should be exactly the same size since they're all faces of the same artwork. And you can also, if you want to, make a template for the bottom if you have extra cardboard. But the most essential thing is getting your 4 templates for the sides of your candle holder.